Madden 18 on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Barons going up against the Black Knights.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Brooklyn Barons and the London Black Knights. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This is Isaiah Crowell, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Seven yards to go on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Blue line. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Shoot. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Now here is the punter, Shum, as he sends this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. On 1st down, it's Smith. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's going to get this one all the way up to the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. They find some open field here. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Again, it's Mixon. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. Off of play action, here's Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Tyus Bowser from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Gun, Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense ready to head back out there. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And that's complete to Adams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 10 yards still left on 2nd down.
56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
All right, here we go. No. Check, Patriot. Over. Now let's go. Greg 99 Philly, here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Flush to his right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here now the offense heading back out there. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Now they run with Mixon. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now Mixon. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at him.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll run here with Mixon. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Mixon. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
On the return, Jabril Peppers. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 1st and 10, Smith. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, here's Smith. He's got his man, Boyd. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Alex Smith taking it in. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A screen complete to Crowell. And a good hit there and knocked down hard. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking deep for Adams. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now here's Ross. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round. Hold that thought, Mr. Ridley. We've got a trip to the title game on the line. Folks are eager to get right back to the action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Brandon LaFell, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes, different time frames for each one, and he knew if the ball wasn't out of his hand at that point, he'd better eat it because the play was dead.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. On first down, Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. Here's a run with Mixon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll come out in the pistol. To throw is Smith. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Ryan Hewitt, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Garoppolo now. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Ross on the return. First by him near the 35. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Smith. And he slings one that's incomplete. Brandon LaFell, his intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. 15 yards there for number 15. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now Smith, it's caught. Left side, Brandon LaFell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And this is LaFell. It's caught. Touchdown! Brandon LaFell, 41 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Garoppolo to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he gets it down to the 32. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On first down, Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now Garoppolo. He's got Adams on the hookup. And a loose football. It's going the other way. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. And now here's a carry heading left. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's brought down. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Smith going to throw it. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12. Smith. Eluding and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Shift together here from the D-line. Garoppolo on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One final try now for Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs. Move on.